What's going on, guys? TombeokleHQ back, and welcome to why 1.17 sucks and why it's so good. So to start off this video, I have a row of things that I like and things that I dislike. This is the row of things that I like. First, amethyst, just because who can't like amethyst, and because of what it makes. This. The spyglass. Basically, now people don't need to install Optifine to get a pretty cool looking zoom. But still, I think the Optifine zoom is still better. Even though this one does go a lot farther. Moving on. Next, we have Glow Squid and the Glow Squid ink, which I am super happy about. No! No, get back in your water! Oh, great. Whatever. We're just gonna spawn another one. The addition of the Glow Squid and the ability to make the glow item frames, glow berries, which if bone mealed actually produce glow berries, and glow lichen. That's pretty interesting. I don't know exactly like what it does. It's because you can see this in caves and stuff, but I don't really know exactly if it's gonna be useful or not, but I thought it was a cool addition to the game. Now, moving on to one of my most favorite things you can do is take a sign. You can dye the text with any sort of dye, and you can make it glow. So right here, I have subscribe to TombeokleHQ, which you definitely should do, and hashtag techno support, which you should also go subscribe to Technoblade. And why does this stinking glow squid keep dying? Please just stay alive for once. Okay, now one of the most popular things about the 1.17 update is moss. Not only moss carpets, moss blocks, but also the azalea trees. Because if you bone meal them, they turn into a pretty cool looking tree. It's one of my most favorite features about the moss block that I have actually used is if you bone meal it, it replaces the ground around it with moss, which that is so handy because I have used it to do some landscaping. If I have extra stone, I just put it down all around an area, then you just place moss and bone meal it, and then it'll get rid of that ugly stone. So one of the other cool additions to 1.17 is dripstone and the abilities that come with it. As you can see, I have lava in here, and over time this will drip and slowly fill up this cauldron, which means you can have lava farms now in 1.17, which some people have. See, just like that, perfect timing. You know, it'll fill up after a while, and then if you have like some sort of piston chain where you move it over and it starts filling up another one. So see, you know, you have a piston, you know, it moves over and has another one like this, you know, kind of like that, and made a farm out of it. That would be so handy. And next we have drip leaves, which not only do they look good as like decoration for like a medieval build, but they would do awesome for parkour courses. Just like that, because, you know, if you stay on one of them too long, then you will fall. So it's kind of a neat challenge. Like if you go here and you stop here, you will fall off if you wait too long. So that is why those are an awesome addition to the game. Next, I quite like the Deep Slate edition. Like the addition of Deep Slate and how it's like a little bit harder instead of having just bedrock, can't break, and stone, and then that's it. It kind of adds a little in between that I think makes Minecraft a little bit more realistic. And coming right over from this is copper. I quite love the addition of copper, and especially because it's one block that has 4 different stages, which for different builds can be used. If you like this stage, then you can wax it, keep it at this stage. If you like this one, you can keep it at that stage, whichever one you choose. And I quite like that because it can fit in any warm colored builds and any cold colored builds. It's an awesome block that you can choose which stage you want it in. And also one of my most favorite things about 1.17, which technically is going to be coming 1.18, are the first Lush Caves coming from this azalea stuff. And the moss and azalea and the glowberries are the Lush Caves, which I am super excited to see natural in Minecraft in the future. And the better generation for the mountains and deeper caves. It'll make caving way more interesting, and I sincerely hope that they add some sort of like new structures in caves because of that. So now we will move on to my least favorite, the ores. Why the heck would you change ores? Like, why Mojang and why Microsoft? Why? Seriously. I don't really like these textures. I love it if they were to keep it at the original textures for these. I realize you can probably get a texture pack for that, but it should just be in the vanilla game, just original textures of Minecraft. I'm kind of iffy on the deep slate ores. It does make sense if you're adding deep slate that you have ores in those deep slate, but I'm still not that much of a fan of it, but we'll see as time goes on. But I'm really not a fan of the stone ones though. It's like, why would you change the ores of a super popular game? And the raw iron and raw gold dropped from those, I really don't like it. But that is basically like the only thing about this update that I don't like. Everything else is good. And that is why 1.17 sucks. And this is why it's good. It's better, you know, because the one thing that I don't like is over there. But also, pertaining to this, the amethyst and all that, the addition of those, like, whatever, those crystals that you can get, and you can make tinted glass. That also is an awesome feature that I love. I haven't taken advantage of it yet in survival mode because I haven't built a farm and placed tinted glass around it. So I will have to take advantage of it myself, but it is an awesome feature that I have seen people use. And the very last thing that I like about this, but certainly not least, is the addition in creative mode to have the farmland block and dirt path blocks. And you can literally place them as they are. As soon as you place something above it though, of course, then it reverts it back to normal. But, you know, this is awesome. Like, I absolutely love this. In creative mode, you could literally just build in your farm, you know, just like that. And then you just place water in here and you build a farm. And you say, oh, I want a path. Boom, there's your path. You can literally build with dirt paths and farmland blocks now. That's crazy. You used to not be able to do that in creative mode, but now it is actually an obtainable block in creative mode without commands. If you enjoyed why 1.17 sucks and why it's so good, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you in another video.